It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV. Tonight, we are celebrating our September Moda University. We pushed it back a couple weeks, and I'm telling you, tonight is totally worth the wait. I hope you enjoy all of the treats and surprises that we have to share with you today. You can see behind us, we have some great projects and quilts from Stacy East Shoe, and she sent them all the way from California so that we could share them in our club tonight. So why don't we take a peek at the fabric selections that are available, and these are just little snippets of some of the new fabric collections that have come in. So we're going to look overhead now, and here we have Jungle Paradise, and this is just so fun and cute and whimsical. We put 2 different color selections available. So the full collection does have 38 fabrics in it, and so we included 16 with 2 different 8-packs so that you could do something super fun. And then our grunge theme pack is in the color inspiration of Jungle Paradise. Look at how well all of these go together. You could put together a fabulous, fabulous little project here with these if you had wanted to collect more than one. Then we have the long-awaited Hustle and Bustle from Basic Gray, and this is their latest Christmas collection. We have received 22 pieces of the collection, and we put together here some of the more traditional pieces. We'll show you a little bit more of the line later. And I know a few of you have already asked about putting together the June Taylor Quilt As You Go tree skirts with this. So we put together 2 8-packs. So all you need to do is grab them both and a tree skirt pack, and you're ready to go for your holiday project. So these are our 5 focus prints packs today. And then for our Color Builders series, to match our Orophil thread box that we shared with Orophil Club, we have the beautiful yellows. You can see all of the range of colors here, from buttery light all the way to a marigold color here. Beautiful. And we're just building on all of these different color palettes so that you can collect them all. You can see in our different color palette selections here that we include not only the classic grunge, but also the spots and stars. So we hope that you find one of the selections interesting to you, and if there's not one that you like, well, we do have a buffet of previous month options to choose from. If you are not a club member and one of these packs are interesting, you can always pick up a pack for $13 a piece. They aren't individually listed on our website, so if you're looking from afar and we're interested in picking one up, either message us here, give us a call, or send us an email, and we will be sure to hook you up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to delve a little bit deeper and take a peek into the gorgeous fabrics of Jungle Paradise. So I'm going to put on my whiteboard so that I can share with you all of the beautiful fabrics, and then we'll look at some of the fun projects that we can make from them. So Stacy does a lot of novelty fabrics, and this time she chose the jungle theme. I should have the story of the fabric line in front of me. However, I don't have it memorized, and I believe it was inspired by a vacation she took, clearly in the jungle, and especially when we were looking at these fabric lines early last summer, we definitely were aspiring to go somewhere and travel, and this is just perfect. These bright, beautiful colors. So let's look overhead at the gorgeous fabrics in this line. Look at these cute little animals. So we have range from white, we have some monkeys, tone on tone. I'll move them down for you so you can see them a little better. And then we have some nice marigold on white. And even if you are not super interested in the animal motifs, these are some very trendy colors here. Now this here, this little froggy guy, oh, so cool. And then we have our animal prints. Nice tone on tone texture there. Floral. Love the bird. So many gorgeous fabrics. We do have fat quarter, half yard towers of the entire collection. We also have the charm packs, jelly rolls, layer cakes for you to make really fun projects. Look at that green. So spectacular. And more frogs. I'm not sure if I like this one best or that one, but they're just really super cute. Ugh, such yummy fabrics. Or maybe it's this one. So that reminds me of a story as I'm talking about, oh, that's my favorite, that's my favorite. Back a few years ago, we took my nieces to the fireworks, and every new firework that went up into the sky, they said, that's my favorite, and that was just the best. So you can see here this gorgeous range of colors, 38 magnificent fabrics. And now to go with these, we have 2 beautiful panels. So the panels we carry in the little bags like this. So this one here is the book panel, and I'll show you the finished book because Stacy sent it to us. She had it put all together. And then we also have some stuffed animals. So when you see a package like this at Patchworks, it just has the cover of what this whole piece of fabric looks like, as well as the fabric right inside of it. For the book, oh my goodness, this book is just amazing. So this book here, look at it. You could carry it. You have some little finger puppets in here. So I was playing with them earlier. You could also put them on pencils. They can dance around. Have lots of fun. So you have a monkey and a tiger. And in our jungle friends here, tigers like to roar. Roar. Toucans like to sing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Frogs like to hop. Yippee! Monkeys like to swing. 1 monkey, 2 monkey, 3 monkey, 4 monkey. Jaguars like to hide. Hello, peekaboo. The end. So I can see hours of endless entertainment. I see that I will even entertain myself for hours on end with this. And that is the book panel. And the book panel is $12.99. You don't need any additional fabric to make the book. You would want some interfacing and some stuffing to round this out to have it be nice and structured. Then for the Jungle Paradise animals, we have 4 animals here. So we have the parrot, and see how dimensional this is. And then you have the jaguar in pink, and you have the monkey holding a little banana and trying to sleep, and then the tiger. So a really great family. These are the same scale if you collect Stacy's dolls. They work really, really well together. The only thing you need to do is add stuffing. We do carry Hobbs stuffing in the store, so one bag of stuffing should be able to take care of you for that. The Jungle Paradise Animals panel, I do not have a price, so I believe it is $12.99, and Frank is going to check for us. So it is really great, and I love how Stacy stuffed these. They're nice and firm, and they're easy to put together. So machine piece, and then you have that little sneaky hole that you just hand finish. I can't even tell where she finished it. She is a master. So Frank, I'm going to have you, let's look at the quilts that are behind us. So behind us, we get to sneak a little bit at some of the quilts behind us. So we have this one here, this is the funny monkey. We have the pattern here and everything. We'd be more than happy to kit it up for you. The patterns that we have are available in store and online. And I sold the last of this, I believe it's the Jungle Leaves. We'll be getting more in of this one, and this is just super cool. This here, this is the pillow made from Stomping Ground. So Stomping Ground is a pattern by Wendy Shepherd, and we made one block here as a pillow. So you can always just take one block of your favorite quilt, finish it off as a pillow. Look at this, it's really, really nice. We used a fat 1/8 pack for this. So the fat 1/8 pack, you'd be able to go ahead and make one block and finish it off as a pillow for that. And if you love the elephant, we do have the official box kit for this fabric line. And this fabric line here, or this Jungle Paradise quilt, finishes 48 by 60. The quilt kit is $95.99, and it contains everything that you need to make the quilt top and the binding. So we have just a couple more things to look at from Jungle Paradise. And the panel for the, thanks Frank, good catch. So the Jungle Paradise Animals I have listed at $11.99, so even a better value yet than what I quoted you. It's much better when I quote you too high than too low. So we have those available in store and online. Frank, let's peek overhead. So we have the funny monkey pattern. Then we have the Stomping Ground pattern. The block print. I don't have this sample here. Stacy is such a generous designer and quilter. She had donated many of her quilts to families in need from all of the California wildfires. And so we're very grateful for the trunk show that she sent to us. So thank you so very much. Pineapple Pop. This one's really cool. 62 by 84. And of course, another copy of that. So, and then we'll be getting more of this one back in stock, and that is also $12 a piece. So just let us know if you needed that. So we are going to have our first trivia question of the night, and the winner of the trivia question is going to get this super cool set of Jungle Paradise stickers. So this is limited edition, super exclusive. You can't buy this, you have to win this. So I'm going to ask you a question, you're going to type in an answer below, and then we're going to do a drawing on Saturday morning, and one of you is going to win this awesome prize. So the question is, how many monkeys are in the monkey page of the Jungle Friends book? Answer it correctly, and you will be eligible to win this great sheet of Jungle Paradise stickers. So how many of you love, love, love this line? I know it's been out for a couple weeks and some of you have come in to purchase some already. We just had to wait till the end of the month to feature it in club here. As I said, we do have all of the beautiful pre-cuts available with this line, as well as the box kits. One of the other fabric lines that we have that we've been really, really waiting for, I guess everything that we've been getting in these days, we've been waiting for. It feels like Christmas every single day as we open the boxes from UPS or FedEx. Just really fun to be able to see all of them. And one of the latest ones we're excited to see is Hustle and Bustle from Basic Gray. The thing that I love about Basic Gray, you know, that's the designer behind grunge, is that so much of their stuff goes together. And their Christmas from year to year goes together. So we've had several years of these holiday collections will definitely blend. And I love, love, love this year how they added the shopping people. We did get a smaller collection of this. We'll look at all the fabrics first. And I should probably put my other things away so that you don't see Jungle Paradise while we're looking at that. So for this, we have, look at these people, aren't they the best? So we got 22 of the fabrics from the collection, Hustle and Bustle. Too high, is that better? Some directional trees. These flowers aren't necessarily Christmassy, but they do have some holiday colors. I love the dots. We do have the new colors of the grunge. And now the colors of the grunge that are released with the collections are not necessarily repeated and included as a new basic in the basic line. So if you just love collecting all the different colors of Basic Gray's grunge, make sure you come and pick up the new colors for your palette while they last. Oh, they're not new. They are not new, Frank said. I misspoke. So thank you so much, Frank. Sometimes they do release new colors, but you know, this is actually even better that they are existing colors, because sometimes it's so sad when they come in and are gone so quick. I think this is an excellent line. And just let's open up one of these florals just to see how gorgeous the print is. So we have it in several different color ranges, but it's a great stacked floral print, very contemporary, very clean, very now, and it will work forwards and backwards with all of your Basic Gray Christmas lines. The fabric pattern that we got to go with this specifically is the Spread Joy pattern. So the Spread Joy is featuring Hustle and Bustle by Basic Gray, designed by Natalie Crabtree for Basic Gray. And you can see that there's trees and some nice sawtooth stars, alternate star, and then pieced word of joy. This is Fat Eighth friendly, and we didn't make Fat Eighth stacks of the whole 22 range. If you had wanted, you could pick up both Fat Eighth packs, and then I would get a little bit extra yardage of gray to be able to have that consistent tree trunk and star points if you had wanted that. Since in our range that we got here, we did not get a lot of the grays. We just thought that we would use the grays off the shelf of the grunge wall in order to keep this more of a traditional holiday palette. We do have the jelly roll, charm pick, and layer cake. So that is super yummy, and I always love basic gray. Next up, we have a question. And Tammy, what is our question today?
Excuse me, Barbara's wondering, are we missing some of the grays in the line?
So Barbara wants to know if we're missing some of the grays in the line. And yes, we received 22 of the fabrics, and there are more in the line. And the reason behind that, it's never a fun answer, but the reason why we didn't get all of the fabrics is that I ordered a lot of Christmas fabric this year, which is a good thing. But because at the time I ordered it, I didn't know deliveries would be off, I knew that the amount of fabric that was supposed to come in a 1-month period was too much. So sometimes I choose partial collections, and in this case, I chose a partial collection of the basic gray because of the timing. So does that answer the question, even though it's not the answer that we want? Okay, and what's the other question?
Deborah's wondering, the joy pattern, is it a quilt or a wall hanging?
Okay, and Deborah, you wanted to know the spread joy pattern. What size is this? So this is a 72 by 84 inch quilt pattern. The block is 12 by 12, so you could make it smaller. And if you could either make even like a runner of trees. If you made joy as a runner, these are 12-inch blocks, that would be a 12 by 36-inch runner. So this is a versatile pattern that you have components as well as a full-size quilt. In order to make this quilt, you would want a fat eighth bundle, 6 1/8 yards of background, 3/4 yards of binding, and 5 1/4 yards of backing. We do have a great selection actually of previous basic gray Christmas wide backs that would be perfect for this. And as I said, the wide backs, or the basic gray Christmas, goes back and forth, so that would be spectacular to be able to work with them. Any other questions about this collection?
Yes. So Jean is asking if she can order a bundle of the entire collection.
Jean wants to know if she can order a fat quarter bundle of the entire collection, and Frank is going to do some checking for us while we are here, and I'll get back to you later in the program, and we'll be able to see if there are any still available.
We have fat quarters of what we have.
And so Tammy wanted me to share with you that I do have fat quarter and half yard towers of the 22 that we do have available. So the fat quarter bundle I took apart for you, and that price tag escapes me at the moment. But the half yard bundle of the 22 that I have is $164.99, and that is the palette that I just showed you. So I think while we're pausing that I will give you another trivia question because, well, that's just a lot of fun. And so this, we are going to be celebrating our Project Jelly Roll Day. For Jelly Roll Day, we had a fantastic time. And for this one, I actually have one of the patterns that we handed out that day with the Project Jelly Roll template. Oh, this is really exciting. So this is the Project Jelly Roll half hex template that works on your 2.5 inch strips to make fabulous patterns, including this particular taffy. And okay, so we'll do a trivia question, and then I have some really exciting news for Jean and maybe Barbara and maybe some other people who are on this video. So the taffy, our question is going to be, what is the name of the newest basic gray Christmas line? Ooh, it's super exciting. Make sure you enter, and someone will receive the pattern with template in our drawing on Saturday morning. So Jean, Frank has done some really quick work, and I am super excited to tell you that we are able to order fat quarter bundles at this point, yay, of Hustle and Bustle. So anyone who is listening, we will place an order probably tomorrow morning at noon. So let us know tomorrow morning by noon, and Frank, tell me how much this is. It is $143.99. There are 40 SKUs in the collection, and if you are looking for the whole line of Hustle and Bustle, we'll be able to order them. I'm not sure how many are available, so get your request in right away, and we'll get those on order for you to be in next week. Carrie wants to know how much the Spread Joy pattern is, and the Spread Joy pattern is only $10. So that is an excellent value for the quilt pattern, which also has the option to just use the blocks in a more creative way for making smaller runners and wall hangings. All right. Thanks for all these great questions. This just makes our program really, really exciting. So I'm so excited to be able to have this interaction with you tonight. Next up, we have another really great Christmas line. Let me set this one aside. And we've been playing with this, and I have something really exciting to show you. Okay, so it's really, so oftentimes we have all of our Christmas fabric by now. Like we get it maybe into June. But with all the craziness this year, we're getting Halloween and Christmas fabric still. So as people have been shopping and making projects, rather than all the fabrics being picked over by now, you're able to start brand new things with full collections, and it's really exciting. I often think that, like, for me, I first start my Christmas sewing now. Actually, that's a little bit of a lie. It's not quite December 20th yet, so maybe I haven't started my projects yet. But I'm really happy for those of you who like to start a little bit later, like myself, that we have a full selection of beautiful fabrics for you. So the next one I want to show you is from our Wisconsin neighbor, Lisa Bonjean of Primitive Gatherings. And we are super excited to have the Yuletide Gatherings line. So we just got in the Yuletide Gatherings book that's spiral bound, 14 amazing projects that are quilts, smaller projects, stitching. If you like the stitching, we have some things here. She is also our featured designer this month because all of our club members are receiving the motivation video series for a pattern from Lisa Bonjean. If you purchase the kit, which is a layer cake with 2 yards of background, you also will receive the exclusive pattern and video series to be able to watch Lisa in her starching, cutting, sewing, and stitching to make this fantastic quilt. So let's take a look at some of the fabrics, and then we have a really special surprise for you, okay? So we did receive this whole fabric line. We don't do a ton of flannel, and so we wanted to make sure that we brought in all of this because it's great for the holidays, and it's also great just as a nice flannel, a nice adult flannel. So this is a fat quarter tower. We would have fat quarter and half yard towers available. We don't have a ton, which is why it's not online, because we didn't want you to think that we were sold out. So we'll be cutting them to order. The fat quarter tower is $136.50, and the half yard tower would be twice that. So let me show you what these fabrics look like. I just love how classic, and they're soft. You know, these are Moda flannels, so they're super soft. Okay, so let me pull this down here so that so that you can see it. So, little squares, some herringbone. See all these different checks. And this gray, you know, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't have to be holiday. It can be, but this gray, I mean, this is just so now. Each of these fabrics is available by the yard on our website. Tammy's putting the link up for you so that you can peruse. Oh, so pretty. Then I think about this one. So I actually have a skirt like that, not in flannel, in wool. But this makes it, having this flannel that looks like wool is really great for putting together projects. Then we have this textured black. You're saying, Julie, I don't see Christmas here at all. And I'm like, that's great. It's nice and trendy. It's not seasonal, and that's why we knew we had to get it all. And then we have some reds here. So this is where we start potentially seeing seasonality, but that's only when you start putting it together. Like I could even see this as Valentine's flannel. Or look at this. Don't you see badger quilt? I see badger quilt. Go Bucky. Or even Northwoods. Could totally see that. Okay, so this palette here, not Christmas at all, right? Now we're going to add in the green. Can you still see this here? Yep, looks like it. This one, all those different shades of green with the pop of red. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, just a couple more. Beautiful. So that is this palette here. Do we have a question?
Linda Lyles is wondering if there's a pattern for this.
Why there is, Linda. We'll see that shortly. It's really super exciting. So there is, as I want to say, everyone's going to be getting this beautiful motivational series. Each club member will get this exclusive video. If you buy the layer cake, you would also get it. You could find great idea and inspiration from the Yuletide Gatherings book, which is dedicated to all sorts of great projects with this fabric line. But we have something super special for you. So what we're going to do, and thank you, Linda, for that inspiration, we are going to go take a little walk. So Frank so you can keep drooling over this fabric here. You drool while we take a little walk and ask any other questions while I'm walking. So does anybody have any questions? Maybe we should do a trivia question. So for our trivia question, we are going to say, well, what are we going to say? I don't know. What are we going to say? What is the fabric designer for Yuletide Gatherings? That, and we are going to, your prize is going to be a Great Moda tablet, magnetic tablet of paper that I'll share with you. Okay, so are you ready? Look behind me. This is our Patchworks exclusive pattern. So Angie of Big Bear Quilting designed this while I was gone last week. Heidi put it together. Look at this. This is amazing. We're using the panel, which I didn't show you in the fat quarter pack. Look at this. Cut it up into squares. Used it with a layer cake and some inner border here, okay? Bound it, quilted it up. Isn't this amazing? So this is the Yuletide Gatherings Panel Quilt Kit. We have it kitted up for you. It finishes to 45.5 by 54.5. Spectacular. You'll want 3 yards of backing. It includes everything that you need for the front and the binding, as well as the pattern. We cheated and we used the rest of the layer cake to only use one width of fabric for our backing, okay? So if you are feeling adventuresome, there is enough fabric left over in the layer cake to be able to do that. If you wanted a bigger quilt, we have an optional border, and I had Heidi not put the extra border. She was all ready to put it on, and I said, you know, this is a really, really nice throw size, and some people might not want a big quilt. This also gives you the opportunity, by us not putting one on, for you to decide which direction you wanted to go. So if you wanted to, let's say, be a little bit more Christmassy, you could go here, okay? Or you could be super contemporary and just come out with another gray. So you would be able to choose with how to do that. So Linda, how does that look for our fun pattern? Is that even better than you thought? As you can see, this is just a spectacular piece, all put together really simply. You have a block here, some elements here. This would work really well with, by thinking out of the box about how to make your different panels into components for quilts. And I just love how it all went together. So thank you so much to my great team for putting this together for you. I couldn't be more excited. We're going to just take a little peek then. I'm going to put this back on the wall, and then I will show you our wall, and we'll go back to the other room. So we are just going to take a peek here of all the gorgeous fabric here. Oh, look at that. Oop, I'm just going to take it out of the tripod here. You can't see what I'm showing you, so Frank's changing the camera. He didn't know I was sneaking and showing you. Okay, so Tammy has a question for me.
Can you show them just the panel again?
Absolutely. Frank is going to hold up the panel for us. He's super excited. See, it's a Frank appearance. So thank you to whoever asked the question for getting a Frank appearance today. So let's sneak in here. So on the panel, and the panel is available individually, it is a 24-inch panel. So you have a Santa, a Merry Christmas element, snow flakes are kisses from heaven, I'll be home for Christmas, peace, there's joy, merry and bright, you're never too old to peak. So this would actually be gorgeous to simply frame, quilt up, and be a throw all on its own, or you could do something a little bit more elaborate like the quilt that we pieced together. So let me just show you them side by side. So if you take that little panel, add a layer cake and a little bit of border, you can end up with a really fancy looking quilt. And then this is our wall of Yuletide gatherings. We have plenty of books and layer cakes and quilts, or quilt kits. I have a feeling that this is going to sell out quick, so you definitely will want to pick yours up or call or order it online soon. $74.99. Quilt finishes 45 by 54 as is. You could optionally add a larger larger border to it to make it larger. And all of our Christmas fabric here. We still don't have our Hustle and Bustle out, and we're still getting more. So this is just a really exciting time of year with all of the great fabrics. So Frank, I put it on the other screen? Or we'll just walk back. You can see our giant mess. It's always fun. So this is here just our grunge. Are we back on the other screen? Okay. So, any questions about the quilt?
So many.
So many questions. This is so exciting. Did I need to be over by the quilt to answer them?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, Tammy's going to let me know.
I've been trying to answer the questions.
Okay.
Did you tell them how much the panel was by itself?
The panel by itself, I did not. And I left it over there. So it is, oh, we can see it. Can we see it? No, we can't see it. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you some more. Frank can't run because that's just that we can't have Frank run too much. He's been running all over the place for us. He's doing a great job.
Do you have to use batting when using flannel?
So good question. Do you have to use batting when you use flannel? So when you are long arm quilting it, it is my position that you always want to use a batting to have structure for it. If you are going to do a inside out quilt where you are just going to have a plain piece of flannel on the back that's not pieced, and you're only going to do just a tiny bit of quilting, then you could potentially get away without a batting. I would use something lightweight because it's just going to hold together better, and with all of the seam intersections, you're just not going to have the success if you're not able to have those intersections be cushioned. They'll just be super lumpy. So the price of the panel, oh my goodness, is that for real? It's only $8.99. $8.99 for the standalone panel, and we have a whole bunch of them, which are really great. So we have a lot, Tammy. We got a lot because I knew it was awesome. Yep, I knew it would be awesome. So Tammy's taken your name. We love it. It's available on the website, in store, all good stuff.
Will we have copies of the patterns available if you're not in club?
So if you're not in club, the pattern is available with the purchase of, so it's available in the kit. So with the so if we don't have any more layer cakes and only have the panel, we will find a way to make it available to you. But really, because it is a layer cake panel quilt, it's just a package deal. Does that make sense? It's a fabric specific quilt. but we're really excited about it, and so I think we're going to have to do more really fun stuff with panels like that. And Frank's agreeing. Okay. What other questions do we have while I'm cleaning this up? So was this, so far what you've seen, is this worth the wait? Why we had to wait 2 weeks for all this good stuff? All right, and oh, I didn't show you. So this is the cool notepad that the winner of that question is going to get. It was, the question was, what was the designer of this Yuletide Gatherings fabric line? Whew. Tammy's getting a workout with her fingers today, doing all the typing. I love it. Super action. Super action.
Sandy says it was absolutely worth the wait.
Absolutely worth the wait. Thank you so much, Sandy. All right, so let's put this aside so that it's not Tasmanian Devil Julie, even though it kind of always is. I just like, and so I gotta be a little bit more less. For the, did I just move the upper camera? Did that work still? So I want to show you that we have for the floss, this is kind of out of sequence here, but if you are going to be doing some of the stitching for Lisa's Yuletide Gatherings motivational video series, we have some great flosses here. So the Orophil Floss is the 6-strand cotton floss available on the super cool wooden spool, and we have a range of reds and greens and your neutrals that would go beautifully. So this is something that we carry every single day. They're 18-yard wooden spools for $5.40. They are shrink wrapped so it stays nice and protected. We do have a limited range of colors, but they are gorgeous and really nice to work with. And if you ever have trouble finding them, you just can ask us and we'll be more than happy to help you out. All right. I may not have told you that we do have, so we don't have jelly rolls, but we do have charm squares and standalone layer cakes for this fabric collection. And the charm pack is $13.99. And the flannel is $49.99. Layer cake, the layer cake. All right, so now we have some extra stuff for some of the fabrics that we've already gotten in. So I don't know if you remember that we were talking about a few months, this might have even been a while ago, we got in the beautiful Starflower Christmas from Create Joy Project. We're just going to quick review the fabric, and I'm so excited because we have in the jelly roll, charm pack, layer cake, as well as the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Joy to the World packaged panel. And this is one of those giant ones that's 56 by 74. So that is super exciting. Let's just take a peek at this fabric. I love the Create Joy Project look. All of this really beautiful painterly style. So we have this entire collection in stock. And the Fat Quarter Tower has 48 different fabrics in it, which is the entire fabric line. I believe we have half-yard towers of it available as well. Oh, I know Heidi's going to love me because I'm taking it apart. So we have the beautiful all over, some nice snowflakes. This is a digital print. I don't know if I mentioned that. And one of the things with the digital print that they're able to achieve, especially on something like this, are just all of the ranges of colors. You may not notice on some of these limited palette fabrics the specialty of the printing. And this even has like a batik-y look. A lot of the blenders from the Create Joy Project designer line go with each other. So we've had some springier ones, and I believe they're even coming out with a basic line. At this point, we're just carrying the coordinates with the lines. And as the line grows, because there's only, unfortunately, so much space in the store, so we are not able to carry every single basic, even though I would like to. And Frank would attest to that, and Frank would tell you that I try. But we really do have a nice range of blenders across the different fabric collections that they have created. And for a snowflake, I must say, this here is one of my favorite snowflakes that I've seen in a really, really long time. It's so soft and delicate, and it's like a kiss from heaven, which is what Lisa Bonjean said in her Yuletide Gathering panel. And then we have my favorite piece of the whole collection, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous poinsettia on the dark background, and that. So this is the fabric collection, the packaged panel. Let me see if I can show this to you. Can you see this here? So Joy to the World, 100% cotton. If you wanted to just make it as a duvet cover or just a quilted up, you would need 2/3 of a yard of binding and 5 yards of backing and 64 by 82 inches of batting. You could also use a wide back for that instead of getting the 5 yards. You'd be able to get away with 2.5 yards of wide back. And then we do have the jelly roll, charm pack, and layer cake. And back when we got the line, I might have told you I didn't know because it's just, shipping's been a little off, and so we're just happy that they all have come, and so you can finish or start your projects. Any questions on Starflower Christmas? Joy to the World collection.
I wonder if she means that
collection. So question is it the same as the Joy to the World collection? So this panel
the Joy to the World panel
belongs to this. Okay, these are all coordinates, beautifully go together. I had the yardage in earlier, and I just got the panel. The panel, excellent question, is $39.99. So it's a little bit more, but keep in mind, this is a 56 by 74 inch piece of goods. It's been digitally printed and is gorgeous. You could have it be the front of a quilt all by itself. It would be a duvet cover. You could make a gorgeous wall hanging. You could incorporate it in as the back of a quilt.
What size is it again?
It is 56 by 74, and it is available on our website. We have a limited number of available panels. So much to show you tonight.
I have another question.
What is the next question?
I just have to find. It was, are we going to carry linen fabric?
So, are we going to carry linen fabrics? So, specifically, I don't have any linen fabric from this line. Historically, we have carried some of the Create Joy Project linens. I don't believe we have any in stock right now because it's sold out. For future spring lines, we, I believe, have a focal piece or two on order. And in non-Moda land, we have some Essex linen in stock every day that are basic colors.
Is there a pattern that goes with
Is
this?
there a pattern that goes with this? Potentially. I do not have a pattern at the ready to go with that.
Oh,
I was super excited to be able to share the the pre-cuts and the panel that just arrived. And so I don't have a separate pattern at this point. But what we can do is make sure on our one of our assets here that we are able to share with you the Moda Inspiration page so that we can look to see how they put them together.
Okay, so Joe was asking about the linen, and she was asking like specifically if it goes with the linen that goes with floss.
Oh, so we're talking linen and floss. So we're going back. Is that what we're doing?
Sorry,
We're going
yes.
back. No, that's fine. So the floss that we carry, the Orophil floss that I shared with you, so this would be the Orophil equivalent of that other brand, you know, that one that we call that DMC floss. So for whenever you would use a DMC floss or other brand, so this is a superior quality floss, and that is what this would be for. So in the stitching that Lisa Bonjean does for some of her quilting, so in this particular one, she actually stitched her quilt finished, and she would use a floss like this. Lisa might use a different brand, but this was the brand that we carry, a floss. And then if you had wanted to do embroideries, like in her book here, she has some patterns for some Yuletide ornaments. And on the ornaments, you'd be able to use this. And let me just see here if she specifies how many, so she uses pearl cotton for this particular one. So you can use pearl cotton. You could also choose how many strands you wanted to use of a cotton floss like this. So thanks for the question. Are you ready to see more fabric? Yay! Okay, so we're gonna be, we are just keeping, I'm just laughing. I need more coffee. So Tammy is just having, I'm so excited because we are just, I missed you guys, and it looks like you missed me too from last week. So I'm so happy that we're having lots of fun tonight. So we got in some teaser pre-cuts for stuff that we don't have yet. So I'm not sure when the full collections are going to arrive, but this is more stuff that we have on order. And so as I said, it's a Christmas surprise every day. We never know what we're going to open. And this is Home for the Holidays. Frank, let's look overhead. So this is the Deb Strain holiday line. And Deb Strain has that crisp, painterly style. And I'm actually going to slide this off. So we'll take a peek so you can see what fun stuff is coming up. So I'm not sure how many different fabrics are in this collection, but you can see we have some fun checks. And she's always more whimsical in her designs. And these would go back with some of her previous collections. Oh, look at the red truck. So this is Home for the Holidays. We have some wood texture from some of her previous lines that would go spectacularly well with this. So as I said, don't worry if you haven't started your holiday sewing left and you came in last week and said, Julie, we are getting yardage of this, I just don't know when. So that is the magic question. And I'm really thankful that Moda is just sending things out as fast as they get them in, as well as our other vendors. And in this case, the pre-cuts are shipping before the line. And in the Create Joy project, that Starflower Christmas that we just saw, the fabric came first, like a long time first, and then we got in the pre-cuts. So it's just fun to be able to have different things. Sometimes the pre-cuts are long gone before we can even think about it, and so we're just kind of flip-flopping. But you can see this is a really beautiful collection, and with the buffalo check, You know, this doesn't have to be super Christmassy. This could be Great North Woods. And we have the charm packs, jelly rolls, and layer cakes in stock now. And it's home sweet holidays. It would be good if I could tell you the correct line so that Tammy can help me out, so that she doesn't sit over there cursing me.
Oh no.
So that is this beautiful line.
Wow. Are you getting the whole line in yardage or selection?
Oh, good question. Very good question. Very, very good question that I will have to reference and get back to you. And I don't know that it's a fair question to ask Frank to try to find out. So he's going to try, but we may or may not be able to have that answer for you in short order.
It's Joe Weinkoff. You can message her later.
Okay, thanks, Joe. So keep those questions coming, even if I can't answer them at the tip of my tongue. Next teaser collection that I have to show you is Midnight Magic 2. So I'm not going to take this one apart, but super excited. So we are still getting Halloween fabric. I know, right? We're actually going to be getting a quilt, I think, next week that I'm going to show you from Moda. And then this is a follow-up line to Midnight Magic, which was super popular last year. It's just a really great grays, black, orange. You can use it together. You can use them for Halloween. You can use them separately. So, and then we also have the template. So this is a special template for her quilt pattern that we'll be able to see when that ships, but this is a really great candy corn shape that you use for your strip sets. So that's really fun. And we are still going to be taking yardage. It's shipping soon, but not quite yet. I mean, look at this super cute little, can we see this pretty good? The little candy corns there. And I also love the stars. Look at that, it's so cool. So, and then great black and whites, stars, really great candy corn. Got to flip back to that candy corn. Look at that. So lots of really fun stuff. I'll be letting you know as soon as that's in. So we'll have a special. We will not wait until next month to tell you when this is in, because it is so timely. And like some of this cover fabric right here on this pre-cut, you know, this is not Halloween at all. So there's really a lot of nice gray and black fabrics. And Frank has an answer for us. We have for the Home Sweet Holiday, we have 33 pieces. Now, does that include the panel, Frank?
Yes.
So we are getting the full collection and the panel of Home Sweet Holiday. We are also getting the full collection of Midnight Magic 2. Okay? So just imagine if all of this fabric came at all the same time, which is what it was supposed to do. We would just be like having fabric out of our ears. Okay, so now we are going to look at a sneak peek of another fabric line that is kind of Christmassy, kind of not, and that is Christmas Lane.
Barbara says Frank, you're the best. And Joe says, thank you, Frank, my hero.
Oh, Frank is the hero. I love it. He is awesome. He's the video producer. He helps hold up panels. He researches orders while we're talking. This is just so fun, don't you think? We should do this every day. So, Frank shaking his head at me. So, here, this is, I love these blues. They're so soft. They're so pretty. So this is Crystal Lane by Bunny Hill. So Ann Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs. She has put this together, and this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous fabric line. Really is not super seasonal at all. We are getting the yardage on that. And we're just going to take a peek. And so there are some snowmen here, but we have dots and florals and smalls. So really, really nice. I mean, look at that. So with the floral, this is the Crystal Lane. It will go really well with Summer Breeze. Makes me feel fine. I sing that every time. So Summer Breeze is a series from Moda where they come out with different versions, often once a year. And these are just gorgeous. For those of you who've been shopping with us for a really long time, you'll maybe remember a program that we ran for Sylvia's Bridal Sampler. And so I think that together we have just a really nice combination of fresh blue and yellow florals. As if you've been looking for this palette lately, our store has been lacking in it, and so have no fear. We are getting quite a selection of beautiful springy florals to be able to make some bright, cheery projects. So with the Summer Breeze, yardage still coming, don't know when. We have the charms, layers, mini charms, and jellies available right now.
Are we getting the whole collection of both of those?
I believe so, much to Frank's excitement. So, on a more Summer Breeze for sure, we are getting the full collection. And Frank's checking on Crystal Lane. So while Frank's looking for that, we have some more contemporary Christmas that we are getting, and for that we have a countdown panel, and this countdown panel has in it the bunting, a panel, and some stuffies. Look at that cat. Don't you need that cat stuffy? Can you see that? Oh my goodness. So you have a cat, a polar bear, and a penguin. This goes with Sarah Watt's holiday themes. We have greeting cards that match. I think I was able to share with you the Fat Corner panel. So this is a wrap panel. You can use it as a whole yard. You can split them up into 4 fat quarters. And then it also has the great gift panel bag. So I wanted to take the opportunity, since we had the countdown panel in now as well, which we didn't have before, how all of these work together and can make some great projects. So that is the Sarah Watts Christmas Countdown Panel, Ruby Star Society. So in non-holiday world, we have lots of Ruby Star stuff that's been coming in. Yay! So lots and lots of, and for Frank wanted to let me know that for Crystal Lane, we have the entire line coming as well. Yay! So, you know, every now and again, I just have to get a partial collection. So I'm sorry, I guessed wrong on the hustle and bustle, but you know, we can't get everything, and just let me know if you want that fat quarter bundle of that whole tower that we can order from Moda still. Okay, so we have a ton of great new pre-cuts of Ruby Star. And so oftentimes with Ruby Star, people love, love, love to collect them. And we do have some really great stuff to show you. If I showed you one of these before, I apologize, but I know they're all new since the last Moda. So first up, we have Stay Gold. I have the Stay Gold available in all of the pre-cut sizes. So I probably should have gotten all the pre-cut sizes over here. We have the layer cake. We have the charm pack. We have the fat quarter bundle, and we have the half-yard tower. So this is by Melody Miller, who is one of the founding designers of Ruby Star Society. I just love her spirit. And in Stay Gold, we have some gorgeous butterflies here, some very now trendy colors. And Melody's always known for her really wild, I call it wild, and maybe even some nod to the 70s for coloring. And then, can you see this here? This titch of copper metallic. And so it's just really a great pop. It's not overpowering. It's not on every piece. And here, a titch of metallic there on some of those focal pieces. So we have pre-cuts here. So we have the half-yard tower. The half-yard tower is $183.99. The fat quarter tower of all of the pieces, $97.99. Each of these has the manufacturer tie with the super cool Ruby Star ribbon. The layer cakes are rolled. Ruby Star rolls them instead of having them flat. So they also have their super cool ribbon on it. That is $39.99. And the charm pack, which is the 5-inch square, that is $11.99 and has the Ruby Star super cool Phoenix Rising board on it as well. So you have the boards on the back of your half-yard and fat quarter towers. Then we have new, just arrived. We have a couple, we have the Tarrytown in a half-yard variety, and that is Kimberly Kite, as well as Food Group. And Food Group is a collaborative collection, and that's the half-yard bundle. So Tarrytown, $163.99, half-yard bundle, $231.99. These are a little bit more of specialty items, so we're not going to go through every single one. Just for those of you that are collectors of them, do know that we have them. We want to make sure to carry the right amount without having an overabundance of the Ruby Star. So if you're looking for certain collections or such, let me know so that we can work together, because I do have access to all of it ahead of time. Whew. So is everybody still with me? We haven't even gotten through show and tell yet. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tarrytown, we do have some yardage coming, Frank says. So thank you so much, Frank. Just a little bit, not a lot. For Food Group, do we have a couple pieces coming too? Stay Gold, we have a bunch of bolts coming. The whole collection. Well, I must have been super excited. I mean, it is gorgeous. And so that's super exciting that we're having that come. So that makes sense for coming with all of the pre-cuts we got, because we have the giant selection of that. So that's super exciting. I'm looking forward to doing some really fun things with you with that. And then we have a cool book that just came in. So we had shared last month, I believe, in Moda, our Jen Kingwell, and we had the motivational video that we shared with you. This is Jen's new book, and Jen is a designer and shop owner from Australia. And she has released this really cool video with Martingale that we'll be able to share with you, but you can also find that on the Martingale or Moda website for seeing the video, where she tells the story behind this book. And she grew up on a farm in rural Australia and talks about how her passions are baking and sewing, and she just wanted to share them with you, and her love of scrap quilting. So we are super excited to have this great hardcover coffee table book that has both patterns, quilt patterns. It's really eye candy as well. and then also has some recipes in it. So just really fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And these are tried and true, her favorite recipes that she's sharing with you, and a little bit about her and some family photos, as well as her templates. So great, great book. We have a limited number in store. It is $51.99. I am more than happy to special order as many as we need. A book like this, we need to make sure that so that it doesn't get damaged or such, that we don't keep a huge amount in stock, because we want to make sure that anything we have stays in the best condition for you. So that is just a great, great book. Let us know if you need one. I'd be more than happy to get one for you. Since we've been hanging out for so long, we should do one more trivia question before we get to our show and tell. So, trivia is, let's see, what's the trivia question? The trivia question is, my goodness, Frank should think of one. I should have written one down. See, I normally only have 3. So this one here, the prize is going to be this super cute needle case from Anila Hoy, from her Make Time collection. It was a little goodie that I got in the Moda box when I was shopping for the fabrics. Super fun. I'm so happy to be able to share with you. And I am going to ask you, what is the name of the Deb Strain fabric line that I couldn't say properly? What is the name of that fabric line that I'm going to be getting in all 33 pieces of, including the panel? So winner of randomly selected winner will be drawn on Saturday morning for that. And Tammy has another questions for me.
Joanne is wondering if you can repeat the name of the collections really quick before you go into show and tell.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. And that's a really great idea, because sometimes I don't recap. So first up, we have Jungle Paradise by Stacy East Chu, and we have the full collection of that. That is one of our club selection options. We have Hustle and Bustle, which is the basic gray Christmas collection, which we received a partial collection of. We have all of the pre-cuts, and you need to let us know soon if you want us to order a fat quarter bundle for you, which has all 40 fabrics in it. The grunges that have been introduced in this line are existing grunges, which is great news, because that means that they'll be here for more than just this month. So that's super exciting. Then we have the teaser of the Home Sweet Holiday by Deb Strain. We have the Yuletide Gatherings flannel with the super exciting quilt that we showed you. That is super great, and that's the flannel. We have the Create Joy project, and that is the Starflower Christmas with the Joy to the World packaged panel. We have Peppermint Please, that we have the prepackaged panels in 3 different varieties to share with you. We have the Ruby Star Society teasers, and I'm just going to pull them all so that we have them all to share with you. And the 3 Ruby Star Society teasers that we have for you is Stay Gold, that we're getting the full collection, and we have all of the pre-cuts. We have Food Group, which we have a teaser half-yard bundle, and we're getting some bolts. Oh, Frank said, sorry, I may have misspoke. We have a teaser half-yard bundle, and then we have the Tarrytown by Kimberly Kite. And this one we're getting some of, and we have the half-yard bundle available now of that. Then we have more Halloween fabric coming. So we are going to be carrying Midnight Magic 2 by April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. So that should be soon, and we'll let you know as soon as it arrives. Also be watching for a trunk show for a great Halloween quilt soon. This one, the Midnight Magic 2, we are getting the full collection. Frank confirms. Then we have in the coming soon department, Summer Breeze, which is the beautiful springy blue and yellow, and the Crystal Lane, the gorgeous white and blue that has the nod to the snowman, but if you take the snowman out, it is just a gorgeous floral. So that's beautiful. Both of those full collections because we need all of the fabric. And Frank's like, yes, we do need all the fabric. He's super excited. I thought we are. I think we are. Okay. And, well, no, I know we're getting all of the Summer Breeze. I thought we said we were getting at least most of the Crystal Lane. With the pre-cuts from the traditional fabrics, I typically, I always order some yardage for sure, but usually it's very atypical actually that I ordered all the pre-cuts from the Hustle and Bustle without ordering the whole collection. But I was concerned that we wouldn't have all the space in the store because I thought everything was arriving at one time, which it didn't. So, okay. So that is only the fabric that I showed you, and I do have 2 more I have to show you. Oh! Okay, so I have a little bit of novelty. Home on the range here, I have some horses and cowboy or cowgirl boots for you. 2 fun pieces from Deb Strain. It also comes with a great background that I don't need to show you. And then, super excited that my favorite color is Moda, is this little dots. We introduced this back in the beginning of 2021, and we have this yardage back in stock. So super exciting. And if you're making the My Favorite Color is Moda quilt, and you are looking for this to be your quilt back, I recommend that you snag your yardage sooner than later to be able to back your beautiful quilt in that. Tammy, is there another question? Nope. Okay. So, I think it is ready to go to some show and tell. What do you think? All right, I'm going to hop over by Frank to be able to check on and be able to share with you some gorgeous things that you have shared with us on our Facebook group, Patchworks Party. So I'm hopping over by him, and I'm going to share with you so the first picture I want to share with you, Beth has been working on, oops, I need to share that with you. So Beth had been working on this really beautiful quilt, and thank you so much, Beth, for sharing your latest finish. Jerry worked on this great bag, and this bag is made from a previous fabric collection from Create Joy Project. So see the painterly style, it's just gorgeous. Angie from Big Bear Quilting, she made this really fun little monster zipper case, which I shared in Moda Club several years ago, and we're actually going to be sharing the link for the pattern with you right now. This is a free and downloadable pattern and goes together super fun, super quick. Angie makes a ton of these, And thank you so much, Angie, for sharing that with us. Because if you have a really fun Halloween get-together with just a few of your favorite wee ones, how about making that and putting in some treats? Or maybe for your favorite quilty friends, you could make a fun Little Monster zipper pouch. Eileen has been sewing up a storm. Great job, Eileen. And Julie, oh, look at this great Christmas quilt. And this may be the Robin Pickens fabric, but I could also see this being the Hustle and Bustle fabric with those great shades of red and green. And here we have a really special quilt. So Janet, who is one of our longtime club members, this is a special big birthday present from her quilty friend, and let's take a peek. So Iona made this beautiful quilt for Janet. So happy birthday, Janet. And I'm so happy to see how many of you have friendships with those of you from club. And even though we're meeting online right now, I'm so happy that we're able to share with quilty love and joy with each other. So thank you so much for sharing your quilty fun with us. Joanne has a gorgeous quilt, and I just love all these outdoor pictures. It's just super fun. Thank you, Joanne. And Julie has this really great June Taylor Quilt As You Go project with some fun strips. Carrie put together the Buzz Cut, which is a great fat stack pattern from the 12-Pack Quilts book. Carol has put together some her gorgeous quilt here, and she's sharing it with us. It is from the Dwell in Possibility fabric line, and she had some leftovers that she made a great new bag with. Just a great combination of projects here. Betsy made a project here, and I think this is the songbook. So she has the songbook bag there, and then look at this mug mat that she made. Oh my goodness, so amazing. So she used the panel as well as some fabrics. I think you could probably get away with using that 1/8 pack with that. We still have plenty of panels in stock. We did get them back in stock. I don't know if I told you that, but I wanted to make sure that you were able to get them. So we have a question here. Oh, are we having a Clear a Bolt sale soon? So we just wrapped up a big promo, and I have not put any additional promos on the calendar at this point. That doesn't mean that we won't. We have reinstated our sale area in the back of the store. I just need to make sure before I do a giant clear through, I always want to make sure that we have enough fabric. And I know that sounds really crazy, but we all keep hearing about shipping delays, and I want to make sure that I can provide good promos and deals to you, but I also want to make sure that I have things for you to buy. So as my availability of product continues, I will absolutely pick up and increase on our promos that I have available to you. I just need to make sure that I can continue to restock the store so that we have a beautiful selection to choose from. So I appreciate that. We are going to be having a scrap fest soon, which we haven't had in a long time, and so I know you're super excited about that. We haven't had one in like 2 years. So we had cleared things out about 18 months ago when people were looking for some good stuff, but we have some really good finds, so stay tuned and look for that fun promo. Okay. Any other questions here before we do a drawing for our show and tell? And today we have a super great drawing prize. So you always want to make sure to do show and tell, and I apologize if you were not included and you had shared something with us or shared something by email that didn't get included. We try our best to include as many possible, but I know we can't possibly include everything, and I do have a question.
Big question.
Giant question.
What is Scrap Fest?
Oh my goodness, what is Scrap Fest? Scrap Fest, oh my goodness, so this is amazing. So Scrap Fest is my brainchild, but it actually is, so it's a fun way of saying it is a way to buy by the pound bolt ends, my favorite phrase, dismembered kits, and other odds and ends. And so you can pick and choose, put it in a bag, and purchase it by the pound. So we don't often have scraps available to pick and choose from, but you might often wonder what happens if we do have a bolt end or we're making kits or things like that. If they don't end up at prizes, what happens to them? And so we fill up some dump tables. You get to pick through some stuff. It's a ton of fun. And of course, if we add the word fest to anything, well, that just makes it that much more exciting. So back when we first created it, one of my very near and dear customers had said, and friends had said to me that that Scrap Fest was his favorite holiday of the year. So we'll be able to share that event with you coming up soon because we have a lot of really great scraps to share with you. Any other questions? Okay. So I appreciate for all of you who have stayed with us. We went way longer than we normally do, but I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. The prize, look at this. See, you want to show us your show and tell. So this is a gorgeous bag that is fun stuff. It was in the prize pile. So Frank, this was supposed to be a prize, right? Well, it is now, but it was in the prize pile. And isn't this fun? Okay, so if I showed more than one item for you, you still are only included once. Okay, so cross your fingers and hold your thumbs. I think that's a Midwest thing, hold your thumbs. My grandma used to always say that. Okay. Betsy, congratulations. So Betsy, you are the winner of this wonderful bag, and we look forward to seeing all of your show and tell. So thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, we will be monitoring these comments a little bit more. If you feel like we haven't answered, please send me an email, julie@patchedworks.com, P-A-T-C-H-E-D. We'll contact people who ordered things. So Tammy has been diligently writing things down in crazy ways. We'll be starting to contact tomorrow on those things. If you feel like you haven't heard from us, please, 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 I apologize, send us a message via, we do read our Facebook messages. You can also send me an email, give us a call, whichever. But I really appreciate you tuning in and staying with us for this super long program. We have a great program planned for next week. And as we're heading into October, we are finding out some of the plans from our manufacturers for all sorts of different really exciting programs for the 2022 calendar year. Oh, I cannot believe it. So yes, we are still planning really, really fun things, however they may be happening. And I look forward to continuing to quilt with you. So have a great night, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.